Hello? Maybe I think I had it. I think I had it muted. Whoopsies. Anyways, I was just rambling. Sorry about that. Maybe I should start over. No, I'm not gonna start over. Hey, unknown in Madagascar. Welcome. I'm Paul. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for telling me no audio. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I had it muted. So yeah, this is Chidan, which is there's a bunch of different teas that are sold as Da Hong Pao. Chidan and Beidou are the typical cultivars. Usually you're not having actual Da Hong Pao mother tree clones. But this is the rinse, and I'm gonna drink this rinse. It's just kind of a rock tea thing to do. Drink the rinse. Get some interesting, nice flavors from the rinse. I'm glad the audio is working now. Yeah, this is Huang Huang, and Huza. Hoods is over there. Doing well. There's the Christmas tree. And there is the pollution. Wow. You can barely see the mountain. Really bad air quality. I've been running my my indoor air purifier on turbo for days. It keeps it nice and clean indoors. But yeah, so this is Chidan. It's Qidan. Delicious. Man, that's really nice. Really great flavor right from the start. And that was just the rinse. So I mean, we're just getting started on this. Really nice flavor. You know, rock teas have a great flavor right from the start. Really comes from that roasting. Those multiple roast. Excuse me. Oh, choking on tea here. Roasting and resting cycles. Excuse me. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Wow, 8 people watching me ramble about tea on my roof here in China. So cool. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. You can just see the smog. That smoggy. Kind of like LA in the 80s, I imagine. I had seen a big air cleaner machine that was supposed to be cleaning that smog. Seriously. Really? Yeah, Shenzhen is usually pretty lucky. But it's kind of days like today that remind you you are in China. But then when I'm feeling bad, I always just look up like Wuhan or some other Chinese cities further up north. Those are always terrible. And then if you really just want to feel amazing, look up the air quality for like Delhi in India. I've been to Delhi. Man, it's just crazy. Like you can just see just like dust in the sky. It's just dust everywhere. Every surface is just covered in like soot. You get a little bit of that here in China. But yeah. Probably like London during the Industrial Revolution. Okay, Birmingham, Alabama in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, industry. Yeah, I guess you take the good with the bad. It's a it's a place that still makes things. Yeah. All right, so this is the second infusion here. Hey, Barry, nice to see you here, by the way. Yeah, Barry Lambert's swinging by. That's cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing YouTube. I'm gonna try to get real strict with the schedule. It's gonna be YouTube twice a week, Tuesday, Saturday, and then for the kids over on TikTok, I'm gonna be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Facebook live stream on Thursday and Sunday. So yeah, just trying to spread it out a little. But yeah, I'll do like an hour on YouTube Tuesday and Saturday. Yeah, Barry, it's a pleasure to see you here. Distinguished, a distinguished Tea Club member in the house. Oh, and I saw your recent reviews, and I showed my mom. Those, those were really nice, Barry. Thanks for those really nice reviews. It just makes me so happy reading those. Ah, great reviews. That's what you want. Anyways, the state of the garden. The sugarcane over there is kind of crisping up. Oh, this is actually my Christmas tree from last year. It's kind of funny that it's just like dead there. So here's the new Christmas tree. Gonna get it decorated. Yeah, the garden's definitely not as lush as it was around earlier in the year, springtime. The grapes here, kind of not really thriving. Not really thriving. Lost a lot of leaves. Anyways, yeah, Chi Dan. Really love this Wuyi rock tea. I'd like to build out more of a rock tea section on my website. I've just had a couple. I had a Shui Xian, but I kind of didn't really. The deeper I went, the more I started to not like that Shui Xian. And then there was an expensive kind of high end Hui Yuan Rogue Wei. Now I have like a really solid Rogue Wei on there now, which is not too expensive. Yeah, yeah, Barry. When I get those amazing reviews, I'm like, "Hey, mom, look what I did." That's funny. Yeah, I mean, she packs your orders. She is the fulfillment manager, director of U.S. operations over there in Oklahoma. Ah, wow. Interesting question, Salito Paul. Have you had any notable Cha Chi experiences? I'm fascinated by an experience I had in Shanghai. Chasing the Cha Chi dragon. Yeah, I mean, every day I'm using tea to kind of get into affect a state change. You know, I lift weights and I call it getting teed up. I guess it's kind of like a spin on being keyed up. But this is getting teed up, and I do that before I lift, and it's just like hot tea and a lot of it, and almost all teas will have a really nice stimulating effect, and I think it really kind of powers my weightlifting sessions. Thank you, Barry. Barry said that's awesome. She does a wonderful job. Well, you know, I have trained her. I've sent lots of videos on how we do the packing. But thank you. Yeah, she does do a great job. And I'm going to tell her you said that. Thank you. It really is like a little family business. I I tell them what work to do, and then I get all the profits. Yeah, my parents are in their early 70s. So yeah, they're still doing well though. Yeah. All right. I think it's time for round 3. Okay, a little butterfly there. Okay. But yeah, just closing out kind of the first full year with my tea connection. It's been a lot of fun. You know, when you do something totally different from what you normally do or have done, it seems like time just goes a lot. Like, it just seems like you cram a lot more experience in a shorter time. I feel like this last year has been like multiple years, just in that I've just gone through so many iterations with processes, and like my pouches have totally changed multiple times, and Just so many changes and so many new systems, and yeah, it just seems like a lot happened in 2025, and that was just kind of year one of the business. Seems like so much happened, and then I kind of fell off the wagon with my content. Still a little bit off the wagon with that, but yeah, it's been amazing. Okay, I don't know, bore you guys too much. Look next door, we have Hollanggua. This is a dragon fruit. It's a really famous kind of like local specialty in southern China. It's like a cactus, but it produces these big pink fruits. Call it dragon fruit. Jinshan. I don't know where Jinshan is. Where is Jinshan? Jinshan. Yeah, dragon fruit's amazing. I used to be a huge fan of it until I stopped eating fruit. I don't eat any carbohydrates now. No fruits or vegetables. And I'm convinced it's good. Jinshan outside of Shanghai. I've never been there, man. I only went to Shanghai once. It was like the first year I came to China, and I had a really bad experience. I like missed the connecting flight because the airline, some Chinese airline, and then they were supposed to like give me a voucher for a hotel, and that didn't work, and it was just a nightmare. Like a nightmare. It was just a horrible nightmare Shanghai memory. Funny. I was on my way to India at the time. Kind of weird time. I was 24. That was 11 years ago. Man. Been in China a long time. Although I did go back to America for 3 years during COVID, where I was having some visa problems to stay in China. I should be fluent in Chinese by now. Although I don't really spend that much time talking to Chinese people. I just kind of hide in my apartment with next to the HEPA filter, drinking my tea. Anyways, it's been a wild year. Tea company, the tea club is kind of the coolest part of it. Weight loss. Man, I've lost a lot of weight this year. I'm actually on day 3 of a fast right now. And with just eating nothing but beef and fasting, I've managed to really preserve muscle, very minimal strength loss, and lost, well, at the end of this fast, I'll be going down to 77. I'll be there in about 4 days. That's kg. The fattest I was when I came back to China after COVID was 115 kg. So that's a big differential there. So like 27 kg. So a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, that's like 37 kg. Anyways, yeah, just losing like 70 pounds. Like, it's just crazy. That's a lot of weight. And I managed to keep vast majority of the muscle. And it seems like this, like, I just like found this secret, like just fasting and nothing but beef. It's just really worked for me. And tea. Tea doesn't really have. Tea is more like that companion that makes the hard times bearable. Yeah, chunk of weight. And yeah, maybe I'll post like a long YouTube video, that transformation. People like those videos. Here's how I lost 70 pounds, eating nothing but beef and fasting and drinking tea. Done a tie tea into it somehow. Oh, I feel like the tea is really important because the tea is kind of that mental health component of it. And when you have some great tea, like, you feel like you have something, you know? You don't feel like you're really without or lacking. Oh, you slimmed down in China? Awesome. Awesome. Paul, when was the last time you were in China? Do you live here or you were just visiting? That's really cool. An old China hand. There's a few of us out there. I'm just topping this off with some other hot water. But yeah, I'd like to have a six-pack abs. That was kind of the goal. You know, I've never had that my whole life. So, but I've been lifting, you know, for a long time, and I never really slimmed down. I always had problems losing fat, and then fasting just kind of like changed the game for me. And then finally going full just beef. Like it was like that final piece that worked for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but totally was worked for me. And yeah, I kind of have like towards the end of fasts now. You had a fake Baijiu accident 1.5 years ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had some problems with like ethanol or something where my teeth were like all like super sensitive for like a week. Just like stripped the enamel. Yeah, I had some like fake alcohol issues. Tragic. That's that's a thing in China. I'm so glad I quit drinking. Never gonna have that problem again. Yeah, that sucks. I've heard horror stories about that too. It can like kill you, you know? If you drank a bottle of ethanol, like you'll probably die. Yeah. Yeah. I don't eat Chinese beef either. I only eat really just South American beef is kind of the good quality, good price here. Brazil, Argentina. Uruguay is also a pretty big beef exporter to China. But yeah, good year. I'm just kind of thinking about this today. Like good year. Grew the tea club. Got the business kind of going. And I lost a bunch of weight. And then next year's just about pouring on the fuel. More videos. Maybe try some influencer marketing. New teas. Need to go deeper into the Sheng Pu'er. I'd like to have offerings from, 5 or 10 different Yunnan regions on the website. That would be awesome. It'd be cool to just have like 20 different Sheng Pu'er cakes. And then maybe have like these samplers where you could, where I could like break down some cakes and put together maybe like a 5 Sheng Pu'er sampler, which would have like 5 pouches of 120, or 5 pouches of 25 grams. So you could like try different cakes before buying a whole cake. That would be pretty awesome. So probably gonna do that next year. Also like a sampler product, just maybe with like the 6 different types of Chinese tea, just like one of each would be really cool. Yeah. But then like pu'er, like it would be cool to have a pu'er in there too. And then maybe one of those xiaoqinggan, those pu'er stuffed mandarin oranges. Yeah, you mean like raw Sheng Pu'er? Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. I've really been getting into that also. But I just have that one cake on my website. Love that cake. I'm gonna have some of that later today too. Delicious. Man, I love the flavor of this cheedan. Maybe I'll try to bring a cheedan to the website soon. Cheedan. That's nice. So here's this dog. This is Huang Huang. Huang Huang came to us like 10, 11 years ago. Just wandered into our like apartment's yard, my wife and I's. And yeah, she had like 1,000 ticks on her. And she was very, very thin, near death. We totally made her super healthy. And then she gave birth to a bunch of puppies. One of them is my main battle dog now, Masala. He's downstairs. But she's old. She's probably about 14 or 15. And she hasn't really been the healthiest dog. She's, she ate kibble most of her life and a bunch of trash and human food. And it's kind of, it's our fault. I don't really understand dog nutrition. I'd never really gone deep into it. Now, of course, I feed all the dogs just meat and organs and bones, like raw bones. Species-specific nutrition. But like, when you look at it, like kibble is just junk food. It's like 30% grains. Like dogs should not eat grains. Anyways, I'm digressing. I digress. This dog is having some problems. See how the bottom is wet? She pees on herself. I don't want to get too graphic here. So she has urinary incontinence. And it's kind of sad. So I'm trying to slim her down a little bit. And try to... I think there's probably a little... she's a little chubby. So I've like finally gotten really strict with her diet. I don't even let her go out anymore because she'll like find food places. And I don't let her like run free. And then my wife was like taking her to some other lady's house during the day, and she was eating kibble there. And so she got a little bit chubby, and now she's having this urinary incontinence. So I'm gonna try to fix this dog up, a little project dog. Trying to. She's so old. Huh? Good girl, huh? She's so relaxed. But yeah, hope she's does a little better. And I think it's related to the obesity. Anyways, this is Hudza. He's just living his best life over there. He ate a couple quails yesterday. Alright, this is the tea channel. Let's stay focused. So yeah, these are the dry leaves. Chidan. Really roasty, toasty, very nice. A little bit chocolatey. I'm not really sure how to describe that. Really nice. Yeah, big fan. Big fan of the Chidan. Long videos. I've been talking about making long YouTube videos for a long time, and I made one like what seems like a year ago now. And I look at those videos and I'm like, wow, I was so chubby. My face was so chubby back then. It's so funny. Oh man. Start before you're ready. That's the mantra. You have a 6-year-old phone and you're fat. Start making videos. Start before you're ready. Everybody waits for like the perfect time to start stuff. Just go. Just go. You can fix everything along the way. Ouch. Burnt my finger there. That's okay. Burnt my finger quite a few times. So, yeah, I need to get into the long videos. My perfect schedule, which I've engineered, has me posting a long video every Tuesday and Saturday. And like on YouTube, like 4K, but just shot with an S23 Ultra smartphone. That's the phone I'm on now. I'm not really in a position to throw down on new camera equipment. But yeah, that's like a big goal for 2026 is like consistent long videos. I feel like the short videos are just kind of like this noise. And then like if you actually want something like with replay value, something that can like help people for years, that's a long video. like a thought out long video. So that's a big goal for 2026. Content. Hey, what are your goals for 2026? Do you guys do that? Any 2026 goals? I'm kind of like I kind of like to start those 2026 goals in December and just kind of battle test them in December. So by the time January rolls through, like I'm already in the groove. So for me, that's like waking up at 5:30 every day, and then hiking, and just waking up is really the problem. Because I have an inconsistent wake up time, and so it's hard to plan your day if you don't know when you're going to be awake. Emmanuel 4902, welcome, welcome, welcome. I was just self-deprecating and telling people how I'm so disappointed in myself for not being consistent with long videos on YouTube over this past year. Yeah. It's, yeah. Okay, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well. It's almost Christmas time. It says the 9th. Well, I guess it's the 8th in America. But we're living in the future over here in Shenzhen. Haven't you heard that? China is in the future. Quite literally. The actual future. As per calendars and clocks, of course. Alright, so, yeah, long videos, definitely something I need to get consistent about. Waking up at 5:30. Does that seem kind of crazy, waking up at 5:30? Hey, Emmanuel, yeah, this is a T channel. Paul Salto, what, did you have an injury? So this is a Chi Dan, the Wuyi Yancha rock tea Chi Dan, which is often sold as Da Hong Pao. A lot of the Da Hong Pao that's not like direct, like genetic clones of the mother trees will be either Chidan or Beidou. So this is Chidan, super roasty, toasty, malty, chocolatey. I'm loving it. And yeah. Thanks for asking, Emmanuel. Yeah, we got to stay focused. This is a tea channel, and I just start rambling and just start, just going all these weird areas. So Paul, yeah, let's get you walking the next year. What happened? Okay, and then Barry said, keep improving my health and gain muscle. #1 goal. Making more memories with the granddaughters. Wow. A life well lived. That is beautiful, Barry. Yes, memories with the grandchildren and gaining muscle. Gaining muscle is really awesome and important. Yeah, on the internet, like it's just a bunch of young guys lifting. But actually, it's the old people that need to be lifting. It's like that so many times, so many different ways in life. All these like big cosmic jokes. Like the only people lifting weights are the people that it's not absolutely critical that they lift weights. And then like all the women are chasing this like 1% of men, and that 1% of men are busy working all the time. They don't have time for women. There's so many funny things like that. Oh, and like it's the whole like time money dichotomy. Like, the guy with no money might have a lot of time. I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah, keep improving health and gaining muscle. Amen, Barry. I'm gonna try to improve my health and gain muscle too. I think we could all improve our health and gain muscle. That's a good one for everybody. And memories with grandchildren. Excellent. That's doing some good stuff there. So you had the Baijiu accident, and that really messed you up. Are you still in China, Paul? Yeah, me too, Emmanuel. Yeah, these roasty, toasty rock teas are super right off the bat, right from that first rinse. You're drinking it, it's delicious. Yeah, do it now. It doesn't get any easier. Amen. Yeah. So, Paul, you had an injury in China from the Baijiu accident, and you went back to America, and you're still struggling with that. Gosh, that sounds like a nightmare. So you were like poisoned, essentially. Gosh. I wonder if it was a targeted strike on you, Paul. Maybe you had some enemies. Yeah, do it now. It doesn't get any easier. Yeah. Yeah, and once you fall off the wagon, it's like those so many of these routines are so much easier to keep going than get going. And so don't let it slip away, cuz you're going to have to fight. If you couldn't maintain it, the odds are like it's going to be way harder for you to get it started. Just cruising through this yancha. And yeah, in Wuyi Shen, they will usually leave the lid on the gaiwan, and they'll say it's to keep the aroma intact. I got in the habit a long time ago of letting the leaves breathe, but yeah, I haven't really noticed any problems from letting the leaves breathe or keeping the lid on the gaiwan. Kind of a personal preference thing. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's cool. Hey, Paul, what part of China did you live in? Kind of curious. Yeah, look at that pollution. And China still gets most of its electricity from burning coal. Jinshan Wei. Okay, you told me that before. All right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there. Interesting. Uh-huh. She's a good girl. All right. So what am I doing today? Well, I'm preparing for a little bit of last sales towards the end of this month. There are some gifts that I'm sending out to some of my elite customers. I don't even really want to talk about that. But yeah, fitness, health, tea. Tea is such a part of that. I think a lot of us kind of converged on tea because it's like, I don't want to just drink only water. But I'm also like health focused. Tea is such a... I love tea. So prime. It's like perfect alignment with this like healthy, clean living. Yeah, if you're a nihilist, you drink coffee. If you're, optimistic about the future and trying to build something, you drink tea. Well, Paul, it all depends on how much you spent with me last year. That's how I'm defining elite customer. So, let me find you on my spreadsheet. And I'll tell you just how elite you are. That's the retail thing. You double down on your best customers. Me and AI have been really going deep on this stuff. Best customers, you just keep rewarding them. And eventually those customers like Paul just kind of drop off. I'm, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. Oh, that's so funny. Uh, I'll buy with you my next haul. Oh, well, I'll be holding my breath waiting for that, Paul. Hey, Paul, you said recommend you good. I recommended you a good one. I'm always recommending good ones. They're all good. Go to the website. You think it's an accident, those teas? They've all been painstakingly curated. They're all good. So funny. I mean, the Jingmai Ancient Tree Red Tea. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves it. Even my wife tried it the other day. She's like, is this a 25? It's so good. And I was like, it sure is, honey bunny. You know I keep the best tea around. And, yeah, I mean, she's had that tea many times. It's, like, surprising when you come back to it how amazing that tea is. And I'm a little bit sad right now because I don't have a pouch, like, out. I'm actually going to pack some more for the website because it's out of stock. And keep a couple of those pouches around the house because I love that stuff, too. And I don't have easy access to it right now. It's in a big double-bagged steel canister. And I don't want to break into it just for me. Wow, Barry. Barry is giving referrals. And Paul, you know, if you join the tea club, you got to use Barry's unique referral code. And you'll both get $50 off. You'll get 50 off your first quarter, and Barry's going to get 50 off his next quarter. I am building my empire on tea club referrals. Barry, did you receive that that product insert? It's a thick card, has a beautiful picture of the tea picking basket on it, and it says, "Bring a tea aficionado." And then it has a unique code on the back. That's like my new thing. I've just rolled that out. So, yeah, hope we get some referrals going. And I think, like, if you can refer somebody and you get $50 off, like, that's pretty substantial. And then they get $50 off their first quarter. So, yeah, I'm just trying to grow it. You know, trying to grow the tea club. Emmanuel got it, too. Painstakingly typed those unique codes for everybody. In theory, you could have the tea club for free if you refer 3 people every quarter. One of my friends joined before to ride. Oh, wow. Well, thanks, Barry. Uh-oh, Paul says he's been buying for Mayleaf. You gotta win me over, man. I'm gonna test your curation skills. And please do. And let me know if you have any problems. Like, I'm just trying to get better and improve. I'm just like I'm still pretty new to this. Thank you, Barry. And thank you, Paul. And thank you, Emmanuel. It's so cool to see everybody here on YouTube. You guys are really cool. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing YouTube every Tuesday and Saturday. And it'll be about this time or a little bit earlier. But consistently doing that. And yeah, I'm going to decorate this Christmas tree with some of my tea pouches. And maybe get like a photo with like my wife. And we don't have children, but we have dogs. I know it's not the same, okay? I know. And I want children. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna get like a family photo in front of this Christmas tree. And I think that'd be pretty cool. And maybe I'll include that with some stuff at some point. I buy from Don May as well. Just have to balance my allowance. Yeah, Don May is really the OG of the space. when I first came to China, 2014, 2015, I was watching all his videos, learning about tea. I was like, what are they doing here in China? I've never seen tea drunk like this. I was a tea bag man, big time tea bagger. I don't want to talk about that either. But, yeah, just Don May, the OG. A really great introduction to tea from his YouTube videos. I call him the Godfather. I call him Don the Godfather because he's been quite influential in the space. Yeah. I never thought 10 years later I'd be going to war with him. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to war with Don May. He has a huge business. Probably, probably approaching 8 figures. Maybe, I don't know. Who's to say? Maybe middle 7 figures. I don't know. I don't know how big his business is, but it's big. And he's great. He's been in this lane working for decades. So good for him. I think Don's awesome. Maybe I'll go see him in London sometime. That'd be cool. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, coffee convert. Yeah, I went through a big coffee phase and then just came back to tea. I was kind of tea and then I went coffee and then I came back to tea and now I'm all in on tea. I have a coffee maybe like once a year. There's like a black coffee when I'm out with someone or something. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the L-theanine, which is really absent in, the only dietary source of L-theanine is kind of like tea. I mean, there are some small amounts in some mushroom species, but tea is the only kind of significant source of L-theanine. And I think that's kind of what we're all queuing in on is the benefits of L-theanine, that kind of calming. Yeah. There's products now like NeuroGum. It's like L-theanine gum. And yeah, hey, the Shuriken Zone's here. Old friend, man, it's like a family reunion. No, it's like I don't know what it is. It's just like it's like a house party. This live stream. A lot of friends showing up. Haven't seen them in years. Yeah, Emmanuel. Yeah, Don has some very creative, divergent sort of tasting notes. Yeah. GABA tea and mushroom coffee. Wow. Well, that sounds pretty cool, Barry. Yeah, I like his tasting notes. Very, a little bit off the wall sometimes. You try this tea and be like, I'm detecting kind of a burnt coral. 92 C63 AMG exhaust notes. Chesterfield sofa. Overripe bananas. That's a good one. Yeah. Old Chinese dog. I'm getting old Chinese dog hints. That must be from the storage. Good old Don. Don the Godfather. Don the Godfather of Chinese tea. I guess his father was also into Chinese tea, which is interesting. Yeah. Kind of overripe, mushy bananas. Shaved Pekingese. just something like acid trip level. Some like super multi-dimensional. 10 grams of the lapsang. Wow, that's going to be a fun one, Emmanuel. I hope you're not I hope you're not doing anything for the rest of the day, because you're gonna be smelling like a barbecue all day. Marzipan butterscotch. Ah, yes. Westphalia toffee. Verlux soap. Petty. But with just a touch of mellow petty. You call the flavor petty. Yeah, there's a lot of fun ways. You can have a lot of fun describing tea flavors. Yeah. A San Francisco hostel. That's a pretty foul tea. Wow, we're having a lot of fun here. It's because the Shuriken Zone and Emmanuel and Paul and Barry, just a cool group of people. Men, the men of tea. Well, thank you for joining me today. Really appreciate that. It does seem just kind of a male audience here, huh? Not been having a lot of luck with the ladies of tea. That's okay. It is kind of interesting that all the major tea business people are men. I think that speaks to systemic genetics. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's just, you know. Sometimes I stay up for 2 days when I'm frantically trying to get stuff shipped out or something. And, a lot of ladies just not willing to do that, I think. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there are. I mean, there are. There are women that have crushed in business. Coco Chanel. Are there tea ladies? Yeah, the tea ladies don't go quite as serious with it like we do. They want fun blends of kind of some trash tea with some colorful stuff in it. It seems like that's kind of like the mainstream, kind of the way like the yoga people are going. And don't get me wrong, I actually really like yoga. But yeah, the kind of like mainstream way it seems, it's like kind of some trash tea with colorful stuff put in it. Yeah. Paul, women have horrible taste in tea. Well, I just don't want to get canceled. It's totally subjective. I had a puer that had a mildewy old library book note. Ah, yes. Yes, the mildewy library book set of encyclopedias. Yes. The Webster's Dictionary from the 30s. Or no, the Oxford Dictionary from the 30s. Before they started changing what the words meant. I'm just kidding. Those are becoming like collector's items. Okay. Yeah, I like my tea better without the flowers in it. I'm right there with you, Barry. Totally. Shuriken Zone said, I've been upset with girly teas for decades now that I think of it. Yeah, girly teas. That's kind of how to describe it. Yeah. Yeah, not like these very masculine teas. Very masculine. All right. Well, I'll probably probably wrap it up there. I don't overstay my welcome. I know you guys are busy over there in America with taxes to pay and culture wars to fight and protesting. Shuriken Zone has to go protest and shut down a street later. So I've always had a soft spot for Old Library Book Show, if I'm honest. Yeah, Old Library Book Show. You know those library books that have just been around the block, been re-spined 5 times, stains on the pages. Nobody knows what they're from. That's some good tea. Yeah, colorful. Yeah, girly teas. That's what I was kind of describing. Girly teas. Hey, you see it, and it's like really kind of posh. You see them on Instagram. They've got like this account and like really like pastel colors and everything's kind of sanitized and pastel and lots of flowers and stuff in the tea. And it looks like birdseed or something. The tea, like you can't even make out the leaves. They're always so broken and damaged. Yeah, I should skedaddle myself if I'm honest. Yeah, Shuriken Zone. Shut down a street like you said. But I hope you fellas have an excellent one. Thank you, Shuriken Zone. Always a pleasure to hear from you. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah. Try not to get arrested, man. It's we're not kids anymore. It's not cool to get arrested. Okay. All right, man. Hey, thank you. I'll try. Haven't been arrested in China since I quit drinking, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Funny. Later, man. Later, Zone. Well, I'll probably skedaddle too. Barry, always a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by, man. And thank you for those beautiful reviews, which were a real hit. Everybody around me was enjoying your reviews. I always like to share good customer reviews with those I care about. Thank you, Paul, for stopping by, who's going to become an elite customer of mine in 2026. Emmanuel, thank you for stopping by. I still forget if it's Emmanuel S. There's a couple of manuals. I'm still a little bit confused if that's Emmanuel S. I don't want to blow up anybody's privacy here. What is this? Oh yeah, okay, you are Emmanuel S. Okay. Well, Emmanuel, you are an elite customer. Actually, you might be the most elite of 2025. So thank you for that. Thanks, Barry. Yeah, awesome, dude. Well, Barry, you're the best, man. And here's to muscle and health in 2026. Yeah, Manuel's kind of keeping the lights on over here. Very grateful. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up there. So, yeah, YouTube is Tuesday, Saturday. And, all the kids over on TikTok is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Facebook for the elderly folks is Thursday and Sunday. So I'll see you guys back here on YouTube for a live stream. Yeah, to better 2026. Yeah. And I'll see you guys on Saturday, which will be Friday night in America. All right. I'll see you later. Thank you. And I'll leave you with these delightful, crispy, very masculine leaves.